What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have 7 weird things I like about Poland. I'm very excited to dive right in and see exactly what it is he likes about Poland. But the weird thing he likes, not just 7 regular, 7 weird things he likes. Before we dive in, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to support this channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive right in.
Dzień dobry, cześć, and hello to everyone. Today I'm going to be telling you guys some of the weird things that I like about Poland, and this is going to be an absolutely weird video. I don't know how you guys are going to react to this, actually. Again, it's just going to be a weird video. So I kind of thought to myself, you know, a lot of people talk about some of the things that they like about certain places or countries and all that, but I thought of an idea where I would talk about the weird things that I like about Poland. And I also wanted to note that some of these are also generalizations, or it's kind of some of the things that I like about Europe compared to America. Alright, so number 1 on this list is actually socks and sandals. So in the US, socks and sandals are considered kind of like a meme, and it's something that's like forbidden almost, especially to do outside of your home. Now, I don't think Poles really do it outside of their home, but it's a thing that they just do inside their home for the most part. Actually, I did see a few people wearing socks and sandals outside their home. It was actually a fabulous sight. I loved it. But yeah, I like socks and sandals, and I think it's a pretty cool thing that Polish people do. Okay, I'm telling you guys.
I mean, how many of you guys rock with the socks and sandals movement? How many of you guys are on that? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm all about socks and sandals. I'm all about socks with everything. You ain't never going to catch my bare feet walking in no kind of shoes. Socks. Always socks. So socks with every kind of footwear imaginable. So I'm on the socks and sandals train.
This is a weird list. So number 2 is the bathroom gap. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but if you've been to the States and you've been to a public restroom, when you go to sit down in the stall, okay, we all do it, right? Okay, so the gap that connects the door to like the other hinge that it goes onto, right? There's like a gap that you can seriously see through, okay?
Yeah.
And it's really weird. I've always hated it. So there's some creeps that obviously love that because they can just completely look through the gap and they can just see you. And it's really weird, really creepy. And I remember the first time going to Poland and going to the bathroom and having like my own private room from, you know, the bottom to the top, a sealed door that closed, and there was no gap at all from the hinge to like the door at all. So again, this is like a really weird thing, and this is such a weird video to talk about, but I figured you guys might think this is somewhat interesting. But yeah, it's something that I really like about Poland, that there's no gap at all. Also, the bathrooms seem to be cleaner, but I think this is because you're basically paying for them, so that's you know, pro and a con there. But yeah, having no gap at all is awesome, and it's great to have privacy, right? So number 3.
I honestly don't know why the US puts the gap there. I would love to know why. I've seen many videos talk about this gap, especially with European countries where there is no gap and there shouldn't be a gap. I thought a gap was regular all around the world, but no, the US is just tripping. There should be no gap. I don't know why there is a gap. Probably, I guess, cheaper to save money, or I'm not too sure. You don't ask me. But yeah, a gap makes more sense, gives you more privacy. Have any of you guys been to the U.S. And experienced this as well?
This is something, you know, not too many people talk about, but I like the language. And I would say this is weird to like because, you know, everyone always says, oh, it's so hard, it's impossible, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. See, a lot of people say that, you know, it's super hard and stuff, but yes, it is hard, but you know, it's a great language and it's beautiful. So yeah, a lot of people will talk about the language. They'll say, you know, it's super hard and stuff, but I think it's actually just a beautiful language. Yeah, this is just my personal opinion, but to me, Polish sounds like Italian and Slavic mixed. Italian because there's lots of words that end in vowels like a and stuff, which kind of, to me, sounds like a romantic language. And there's consonant clusters in ow, ew, and v that basically give it like a Slavic sound as well. So to me, it sounds like Italian. and Slavic mix. I don't know if you guys have heard that before, but that's just what it sounds like to me, and I love it. Okay, so
I obviously don't know the Polish language. It's a very difficult language when I see things spelled out and how they sound. It's, of course, because I only know English. I can't comprehend it. But yeah, he likes the Polish language. Okay, that's a very interesting concept. What do you guys think of that? What do you make of that?
And some of these again are America versus Europe, but this is something that I was completely new to, and this is weird. Okay, so when you're going to hand money over to the cashier in Poland, you basically put it in like a small tray. You don't actually touch them at all. In the States, this is actually completely different. Sometimes you're just handing over money, and sometimes it's like super awkward because you kind of have to touch their hand. If there's coins involved, you basically have to like hold on to their hand and touch their hand because there's coins, and you're at least gonna like tap them, you know. Super weird. Okay. Just talking about this stuff is just really weird. Okay, so again, in Poland you basically just put your money in a small tray. You don't actually make contact with the person. So just thinking about it from like a sanitary standpoint, it's much better because that person is touching cash like all day long. So you don't have to touch their fingers. Yeah, you're going to touch the money that they put in the tray. And I guess other people may touch that tray. But it's just better, I think, overall. And it makes it like a clear situation where... So sometimes in the States, you're just putting the money on the counter. And then they have to like pick it up and it's super awkward. But with that tray, they basically can easily scoop it up into their hands. And it's just an easy transaction, and it's something that I really like about Poland, and this is a weird thing that I like about Poland. Okay, number 5.
I was just saying I never had the issue of it like being awkward or being weird, like handing money over to a cashier. I do understand what he's saying from a sanitary standpoint, though. But yeah, with my experience, it's just never been like that here in the U.S. But that was a very niche kind of thing to pick out. That was a kind of strange one to pick out that I just never heard from anybody else. I didn't know y'all had that bowl like when you go to the store. That's a new fact for me. That's interesting.
Is fashion, and I know this can be argued a few ways. Now, number one, I know that Poland is obviously inspired by other countries for their fashion, and the same as the States. But I think that Poland's fashion is a lot better, and people care about their fashion a lot more in Poland. And personally, I like some of the things that is more acceptable in Poland, like some of the side bags and things like that. So yeah, I think that some of the fashion is definitely better in Poland, and I like it a lot more than in the States, to be honest. And I even made a video about this where I talked about the differences between Poland and USA versus fashion, and you guys can check it out at the end of this video if you want. Okay, so now numbers.
Fashion. A lot of people don't give effort. Like right now, I got on some anime sweats and Morgan Wallen hoodie, and I'll just go outside to the store. I'll go everywhere in this for the entire day. To where I have seen different countries in Europe. When they go out and about, look presentable. They expect to look well. That's not how it is in the U.S. So in that sense, I can understand. But then in the U.S., people push fashion to its limits. They test out the strangest kind of fashions imaginable, but hey, express yourself.
6. This is something that most Americans honestly aren't really used to, and that's walking. In Europe and in Poland, you're basically going to be walking many miles typically, especially if you're a tourist, just walking around, visiting the old towns and things like that. And you're going to be walking a lot, and this is something that I like to do because number one, it's exercise, and number two, you're getting like a different perspective than being in a car. I don't know, it's just something, it's something different. I love that in Europe and that in Poland, you don't really have to have a car. It's nice to have one, but you don't have to have one. If I had to walk to the closest grocery store when I was 16 years old, it would probably be about a 2 to 3 hour walk. So to me, I haven't grown up to that stuff. So it's something that's pretty cool. I love the exercise and just walking around, getting a breath of fresh air, and just kind of going through the city. It's something that I love so much. Okay, number 7.
I wish that we were able to walk more, but no, America was built for cars. I know you guys probably think, yeah, Americans definitely need to get out and walk more. I mean, have you seen the size of them? Yes, we have seen the size of us. Yes, we do need to walk more. But yeah, like he said, places are kind of far apart in a sense where it's not where you can just walk everywhere. And even if they were close, like there's no walking lanes or it's harder to walk here in the U.S.
I have to say it, but bidets, okay? It's something that's a thing in Europe
I agree
that
with the bidet.
no American is used to at all. And I don't know why,
No.
because the use of them is awesome. I mean, I don't want to go into details about it, but
Thank you.
you know,
Thank
it's just
you for
something
not
that's going to
doing
cool
that.
you off, clean you down after a hot, sweaty day. And I think they're definitely useful. And I don't know why we don't have them here. It's
Agreed.
you know, odd to me actually, but yeah, I'm not going to get into details about this one. All right, guys, so that was 7 of the weird things that I like.
You know, I used to think bidets were weird. I used to think they were strange, but now that I'm older, I'm like, no, bidets are actually would be helpful. I've never used one, but the concept of a bidet absolutely makes sense, and I've completely shifted and hit a 180 on bidets. I'm team bidets all day. Now y'all tell me some of the weird things that you guys like about bowling that may be very different to over here in the U.S. That's all we have. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, get a video a thumbs up. Check out the next one. I'll see you guys next time.